So we're caught up in drama. Everybody's talking, we're caught up in problem. Everybody's talking.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. I am Flippin' Figure World, and today I'll be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Darth Vader figure. I've always wanted to have a Darth Vader figure in my collection, and I thought I'd decide to pick it up as it was on sale in Toys R Us. Went from $24.99 to $19.99. So, as it was cheaper, I decided to buy it because I don't have a Darth Vader figure in my collection. So, as soon as I saw it, and it was the last one, I decided to pick the figure up. Now, comparing it to another well-known Hasbro figure packaging, here it is compared to the Marvel Legends packaging. As you can see here, that they are the same height, but it is taller. The Marvel Legends package is taller, as because of this piece back here. Now, if we take the Black Series figure and put it at front, you can see that it is thinner, but it is a nice sizable size to fit the figure and his accessories, his or hers accessories in. So taking away the Marvel Legends box, you can see here that the Star Wars Black Series logo is very nice displayed up at the top and center of attention. As you can see here, the box has a nice curved edge to it. It's got a nice angle and going straight down, which perfectly shows the figure inside. If I move up here, you can see here it does say Darth Vader with a nice, very nice picture of said character. Moving him back, you can clearly see that he is number 43 in this set. And on this side, it does say Darth Vader and Darth Vader again. Looking at the back of the box, if I move closely, you can see the bio, which says, once a heroic Jedi Knight, Darth Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, became a Sith Lord, and led the Empire's eradication of the Emperor for decades. And I'm realizing I'm reading this wrong. And led the Empire eradication of the Jedi Order. Sorry about that. He remained in service of the Emperor for decades, enforcing his master's will and seeking to crush the fledgling, Rebel Alliance. So, if you want to reread it, because of my stupid reading, you can pause it right here. There you go. And it does say Black Series at the top here, and number 43 with the same picture of Darth Vader. So that's it for the packaging. I will take a wee break and open this figure up, and we'll have a better look at the Star Wars The Black Series Darth Vader. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. And here is the magnificent Sith Lord out of the packaging. This has to be one of my favourite figures ever and in my collection. This figure has it all. Sculpt, detail, articulation, and the beautiful cloth goods. I love me some cloth goods, but first we will take a look at his accessory, which of course is his infamous lightsaber. As you can see here, it actually comes apart, and we'll have a look at the blade first. The blade is a nice translucent or transparent red plastic and is a bit bent in the packaging, but something or a piece of hot water and some cold water won't fix. As you can see here, the hilt of the lightsaber, you can see the very nice detail of the lightsaber. It does have the grey stripes across the bottom. It has the ignition button right there. The nice wee silver piece right there. And if you can see very closely, you can see there's a wee hook. And if I take the Darth Vader figure, there is a wee hook and a wee piece. And you can put it on, but sadly it doesn't really have that good of a connection, as trying to put it on won't really have a steady fit and will most likely fall off. As you can see here, it does have a wee hole. You take the lightsaber and you can stick it in there, and you can still see that the not the hilt, but the lightsaber part is quite warped. But looking far away, it doesn't really look, well, you can still see it. Taking Darth Vader again, he does have two open hands, and you can fit it into both. You could fit it into the main lightsaber holding hand. Now what I like to do is put the ignition button on the outside so he has a better grip. Looking very nice. And you can put it in this hand also. Again, ignition button on the outside just to make it a little better. And he looks amazing holding this lightsaber. So you can get him into a nice pose there. Not the best pose, but he does look amazing holding his infamous weapon. Taking the lightsaber away and having a closer look at Darth Vader. The head sculpt of this figure is immaculate. It looks exactly like Rogue One / Episode 3 Darth Vader. As you can see here, he does have his little wee hat, that I like to call it. It's kind of based off a samurai type of look, as it comes down and then around. You can see there, it has a wee strip down there, and it is a nice shiny black as well. Looking at the actual mask, it has some nice silver, well, I would say it has a nice silver, but it doesn't, as that is just the sheen of the mask. As you can see there, it is actually black. And focusing on the figure, if it will, you can see there that the colour of the eyes is actually a nice maroonish dark brown colour. Having a look at the torso, it does look amazing. It does have the cloth just like the Rogue One or Episode 3 has in the movie. If I peel it back a little, you can see that it has the tunic or the overpiece of the nice greyish silver, followed by some nice black stripes. This does continue onto the shoulder pads as well, on both sides, as you can see. He does have his little wee box, which looks amazing. It has the wee many buttons as well. It has more on this side as well. Nice green and red also, which I think looks amazing, as it takes away from the darkness of the character and of the figure. He does have this wee silver buckle, I think, which looks it is very clean on all of these buttons. He does have his tunic looking thing. It has very nice texture. It's ingrained into the sculpt. It's not sculpted in relief, but that's fine, as that's how it looks in the movie. And very nice detail. The actual hinge actually is the same texture as the arm itself. He does have some very shiny wrists or gloves, which look amazing, and as it kind of has the same texture as the arm, but this hand is in like a force choke, which looks very awesome. And on this hand, it is more of a lightsaber gripping hand. Moving down to his legs, he does have, which I like to call the diaper, which because it kind of looks like one. It has a nice wee circle, or very thin circle right there. So that's the same detail on the legs. And some very nice boots. Very nice and shiny. And if we turn to the back, you can see there more of that amazing detail. The texture is actually different from this nice smooth to a nice like bumpy style. And moving every piece of cloth, you can see there the nice detail. And the cloth on this is amazing. I absolutely love it. It has a nice flowy, if you would say, as it flows natural to the curves and edges of the figure. As you can see, the skirt piece is connected up here and is able to be tied off basically by the belt. And the cape is probably my favorite part of the figure, as it has a very, very big span. Very, very big, as you can see. It's very, very massive. And you can drape it over him like he's very, very menacing. So, for Darth Vader's articulation, you can turn his head left to right, and it doesn't really go up and down, and it doesn't really have a neck. It has a tiny bit of neck pivot. His shoulders can move out this far, and can rotate a 360, no bicep swivel, but he does have a very nice single jointed elbow and can swivel, as you would know. His wrist can turn a full 360 and hinge down and up. He does have torso articulation, but it's kind of inhibited by the cloth and the diaper and belt. So it can turn this much and turn back this much. It cannot really go up and down. He does have a nice spread. He can kick far, quite far, and doesn't really move back. He does have thigh rotation. He does have double jointed knees, which look very weird. And his ankles can move down. They do move up the tiniest bit, but he does have ankle pivot, which is always a plus. Now, let's get on to the final verdict of the figure. So overall, I absolutely love this figure. It's basically, sorry about that. But yeah, as I was saying, overall, I absolutely love this figure. Basically, perfect paint apps, perfect articulation, very nice accessory, and he also has very nice cloth goods. So, overall, I'd give this figure 5 out of 5. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below on what you think of the video and what you think of the figure. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at RealFFW. Links in the description below. And you can also check out my website, link in the description below as well. And of course, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I make a brand new video, which is every Friday at 8 PM Greenwich time, which is Northern Ireland time. Thanks for watching, guys. I am Flippin' Figure World, and I'll see you all in the next planet. Peace.